This is Homepage, and like the name suggests, it's essentially a homepage for all of your self-hosted services. If you have a lot of services in your Homelab, you'd probably want one organized page with all of your services. And Homepage just looks really minimalistic and it's really customizable as well. You can even integrate it with APIs from your self-hosted services, like for example Image. You can see how many photos are on your server and stuff like that. All of the customization that you can do is on their page, and I'll go through some of it in this video. But first, let's see how to set this up. Now the best way to set up Homepage is with Docker. And if you don't have Docker, you can install it from docker.com. I'll leave the links in the description for whatever operating system you have. And there are multiple ways to install this, but Docker is the easiest by far. So this is their main page, it's gethomepage.dev. I'll leave the link in the description. And we can go over to the installation at the top left. Now on this installation page, if you scroll down a little bit, we can click on install on Docker. Now this is the Docker Compose configuration that we can put on our server. So I'm just going to copy this real quick. And now open up a terminal on whatever computer you want to set this up on. So I've opened up a terminal here and I SSH'd into my Raspberry Pi so I can set all of this up on my Raspberry Pi. And now I'm just going to make a folder with mkdir. And then I'll just call it homepage. These commands should work on every operating system as well. Now I'm going to change directory into this, so I'm going to enter the folder by doing cd homepage, and then I'll click enter. And now that I'm in this folder, I'm going to create a compose.yml file, which is a Docker Compose file. The nano text editor should be there for most of you guys, but I'm just going to use the micro text editor. Just use whatever text editor you're most comfortable with. Now in this file, let's paste whatever we copied from the website. Now you don't have to change much here, except you might want to change the port if you don't want to enter the port every single time you access the page. If you change this left side to port 80, you can access this homepage container with port 80. And whenever you try to go to a HTTP website by default, it will go to port 80, so you don't even have to type this every single time. But if you're fine with having 3000 at the end of your URL, then you can just keep it as 3000, and that's what I'm going to go with right now. Now for the allowed host, this is something we're going to have to change. If you don't have a domain, you can just put your host name or your IP address, your local IP address, and then you'll be able to access it like that. So for me, the host name of my Raspberry Pi is just rpi4, and then we'd also have to put the port, so :3000, like that. If you switch this to port 80, I don't think you have to have this at all, you can just leave it like this. But since I'm keeping it on port 3000, I'll just leave it like this. If you don't know what your hostname or IP address is, we can exit this file real quick. So I'm just going to save it with Ctrl S and then Ctrl Q for me, but for Nano it'll be Ctrl X. If you want to know what your computer's hostname is, you can just type hostname. And if you want to find out your local IP address, you could type hostname and then -I. And then the first one should be your local IP address. It should start with like 192 or 172 or maybe even 10. But most of the local IP addresses will probably start with 192.168. Now for this volume, make sure you replace this part with wherever you want to save this configuration folder. If you put a dot over here, it will save this configuration folder in the homepage folder that we just created. And it's probably more organized to keep it like that. But if you want to put it somewhere else, you can just put that whole path over here too, it doesn't matter. But I'm just going to save this and then we'll start up the Docker container. So to start this up, we can type docker compose up -d to run in the background. And if we ever need to restart it in the future, we could type -- force recreate. But we're running this for the first time, so we don't have to do that right now. I'm just going to run this, and it'll first need to pull the image from the internet, and then we'll start up the container. Okay, now the Docker container is up and running, and if we type ls, we should see this config folder that was just created. And in this configuration folder, you'll see some files. But first, let's try to access this from our browser. And you'll need to put whatever you typed in the allowed host variable, and you might need to put http:// at the beginning, and then I'll put rpi4 and then :3000. And now I see this default page. And if I go back to my terminal and I look at the configuration folder again, I should see a lot more files pop up. And these are the files that we can edit to customize our homepage. It might look like a lot of files, but it really isn't that complicated. The main one you'll be editing is the services.yaml file, and you can also do that with whatever text editor that you want. I'm going to do microconfig/services.yaml. Now I just made this configuration based on the outline that they gave me, and you can see I also added this icon parameter. Now right now these images won't work, and on the page it should automatically update, but you won't see any images because I haven't given this container access to a folder with images. You can also put a full URL here from the web that contains an image, and make sure it just ends with the file extension so you know it's the actual link to the image and not just to some website. But if you want to use your own files, we can go ahead and do that by editing the compose file, and we can add a new volume over here. So just go to the end of this line and then just click enter, and then I'll put a dash and then /images, So it'll create an images folder where I can place all of my images. And then we'll put :/app/public/images. Now once you type that and save this again, we can restart the Docker container. And to do that, we have to type docker compose up-d and then -- force recreate. And now if we type ls, we should see this images folder pop up. And now you can place all of your images in here, and you can download images with wget with the URL to the image if you want, or you can just manually drag in images into this folder. And whenever you put in new images into this folder, you might need to run this again if you can't see your images on your homepage. If you head over to the configuration part of their website, there is a ton of customization that you can see from here. Like with the settings.yaml file that is in the configuration folder, we can change stuff like the title of the web page and even the background. But if you wanted to change something like the title, you just go over into the settings.yaml file and you would just type title, and then whatever you want the name of the website to be. So I'll just say my homepage, for example. And it should automatically update. So I just recommend going through this configuration page and see what you might want to edit on your homepage. Anyways, that is how you set up your own homepage for your self-hosted services on Docker. If this worked for you, please leave a like and subscribe. And if you run into any issues, please leave them down in the comments below and I'll try to respond as fast as possible. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video.